Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I figured I would just pull together my current recommendations for the Sephora VIB spring sale, and of course like some older recommendations to complete this full face makeup look for you guys. I kind of figure it's one thing to talk about it, but it's a different thing to actually see the product in action, because you guys can actually tell if you would like how the product perform, how it looks, all that good stuff before you actually spend your hard-earned money on the product. So I hope you guys enjoy what I created, and let's get started. Alright you guys, so I figured I would just pull out a mixture of my old recommendations and my new recommendations from my past Sephora sales and my present one, in terms of like the recommendations, because I didn't really have like a full face in my new video, and I will have it linked right here if you guys haven't seen it. So I figured I would just pull out some old recommendations to just kind of complete the video, but I will be using my newer ones as well. So starting off, I do have the Anastasia Riviera eyeshadow palette. I'm going to keep my look probably very like basic today, because I have done two looks on my channel thus far with this eyeshadow palette. One was more like full with like the color, the pink and purple colors. The other one I did more of like a gold look. So I'm probably going to keep it very basic and just kind of focus on the face for this video, just to be honest with you, because I already have two looks on my channel with it. So to start off, I am using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion to prime my eyes. I honestly feel like you can go either high-end or drugstore for eyeshadow primers. You guys know my favorite is going to be the Lorac behind the scenes eyeshadow primer. It's just my favorite. You can honestly get it at Kohl's, because I know Kohl's sell Lorac products, and of course like their website if need be. And then for Urban Decay, theirs is really good as well. The one by Broadway Colors is a good dupe to it. So if you guys haven't seen that Dollar General video, I will have it linked below, where it's pretty much like a straight up dupe to this product right here. Alright, so diving into the Anastasia palette, again, my look is going to be really basic, really simple. I'm just going to start off and take the color called Coastline, which is that peachy color, and just use that as my transition color. Alright, next I'm just going to take the color called Monte Carlo. It's that really pretty like pinkish color, and just put it pretty much on my lid. And this color is a matte color, so I'm just going to pretty much just like dust it on my lid versus like packing it on. Just wanna lightly dust it on my lid. Alright, just going to go back into Coastline one more time. That really peachy color, just put it into my crease just one more time. Alright, just gonna call it quit for the eyes right now. Told you guys this would be really simple, really basic. I will go back into the palette later on to just finish up the eyes, but for right now, that's pretty much that. Alright, so moving into the face for my actual face primers, I do have two. I have the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I told you guys I use this primarily to refresh my face, just to give it some extra moisture. So I'm going to just spray my face. And it feels like so cooling and like refreshing, especially if you have dry skin, and with it being hot, it feels so good on the face. And then for my other primer, I do have the YSL Touche Eclat Blur Primer. I told you guys this primer is so amazing. If you want to feel like you have a bougie face primer in your collection, definitely pick it up. It's going to work better if you have dry skin. If you have oily skin, I would not get it because the consistency of it almost feels, I don't want to say oily, but you might feel that way if you have oily skin. It does have like shimmer in there, but you honestly don't see it on the face. It's supposed to be a blurring and illuminating primer. I got it as a point perk at Sephora because I had some points to redeem, and I figured why not give it a try. So I do love it so much. It almost reminds me of the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. It almost reminds me of that, but the Hourglass one, like I told you guys in my recommendations video, that one feels like a legit filter is on your face. This one just makes your skin looks very pretty and radiant, so I like them both, to be honest. And if you're wondering why I'm not using the Hourglass one, it's because I actually used it in a video that I have to upload on my channel, so I didn't want to use it like twice, so that's why I'm not using it in this video. But my skin feels so soft, and it's definitely ready for my foundation. So again, you don't have to get both. I would just decide if you want to spend the money for the Hourglass one or spend the money for the Touche Eclat. But I like them both though. Alright, moving on into foundation. I do have the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I have mine in a color called Chestnut. I did mention this in like an older recommendations video, and I told you guys that it's a really good like everyday kind of foundation. It's more medium to full coverage. It blends out so nicely, and they have a killer shade range in terms of like options, so everyone can pretty much find their shade range, and it's definitely like my go-to for like everyday. This one and my Fenty pretty much my like go-to for everyday, so definitely check it out. And here is what the packaging look like. I feel like every time I'm filming a video, you guys always see me wear like a black shirt, and y'all, it's not on purpose, but legit, like I always film before I go to work or like after work, and I wear black to work. So if you ever see me wearing a black shirt, i.e. today, and my last video, is because I'm pretty much filming before work or after work. I actually have to go to work later on tonight. I close tonight, so I figured I would just film a video right quickly before I leave, so hence the black. Alright, so moving on into my sponge. You guys know I love to just use my sponge to make my foundation look more airbrush and seamless. I cannot stand when I have brush strokes on my face. It looks so unflattering. So just take a sponge, doesn't matter, and just press your foundation into your skin and it just looks more seamless and airbrush. All right, moving back into the eyes, just gonna take this purple color called Canes and just put a little bit, like the smallest tidbit, on my outer V so it's not so like flaw. But again, just the smallest, like almost like not even there amount. And that's pretty much it for the eyes. All right, moving on into the concealer. I do have my Fenty concealer. You guys have seen me use this on a actual review when it first came out, and I told you guys I just love the creaminess and consistency of the formula. It's just so bomb. It's more medium coverage. So if you like a full-on full coverage concealer, you may not like it, but I just think for everyday wear it's really good to have in your collection. All right, moving on into my loose setting powder. I told you guys the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r setting powder was just amazing. It just feels like a filter is on your face. Your under eyes look so like smooth and like finished, and I just love the way it looks. There is no flashback. It does not make my under eyes look like dry either, so that I appreciate. And I always just dab off the excess on the back of my hands. That way it's not like so much powder on my face. So definitely do that before you go into your face. Therefore, it's not like so much powder on there. And I just take the rest and I just do the bottom of my chin and just on my forehead. So I don't go back into the container because I don't want it to be like super bright. I just take whatever is left over and just do my chin and my forehead. And I don't let my product sit that long because I just don't want it to sit that long. So I just go ahead and take my face powder. I did just get this one recently from Sephora. It's going to be the Micro Smooth Powder in Deep. I already used this on my channel already and I like it. I didn't mention it in my recommendations because I just got it, but I will say I do like this powder a lot. Alright, and then for my blush and contour, I'm going to use the Sephora Contour Blush Kit. Here's the packaging for it. It's called the Spice Market Blush Palette. I have mentioned it in like past recommendation videos. I told you guys it's perfect if you are a woman of color, your deeper skin tones, you do have a blush, highlighter, and a nice contour shade right now here, and it actually shows up against my skin tone, so definitely check it out. It's super affordable. So I'm just going to use this for my blush and for my contour. And here's what it looks like on my skin. So again, it does show up very nicely. It's a nice like warm kind of color. It's nothing that's too harsh. I think it looks really pretty. I don't use it as often as I should because I just don't, but it's a really beautiful palette, and I definitely recommend it if you want something to like travel with. You don't have to like carry so many different options. I would definitely consider getting this because even the blush in here shows up really nicely. Super pigmented. The highlighter is really pretty. It's not intense like off rip, but you can easily build up the intensity of the highlighter if you want to on your skin. So it's definitely a palette that you should consider. Alright, and then for blush, I'm just going to take this really pretty like mauve color down here so you guys can see the blush in action. And I have used this before on my channel as well in an older video, so if I can find the video, I'll have it down below if I can find it. Alright, and then for my highlighter, I am going to take my Bobbi Brown highlighter in Bronze Glow. This thing is so gorgeous. Like, it's definitely a gorgeous highlighter. It's super pigmented, but it looks so flattering on everyone's skin, especially like your woman of color. So definitely check it out. It used to be like my go-to highlighter back in the day, but you guys know the drugstore is just where my heart is. Alright, you guys, so eyelashes are on, and I did add some more highlighter to my face because it can kind of not bright enough for my liking. I did tweak my eyes a little bit off camera because I was just looking at it and I was like, I need something else. So I did add Seaside just to my inner tear duct. I still kept my eye matte in terms of like all of the lid. Just Seaside in the inner tear duct just to give it a pop of color, and I added the purple called Canes on my lower lash line. I did use the Hourglass Caution Mascara as my mascara to just pretty much prep my lashes, and that's pretty much it. You guys didn't really miss anything else. So moving on into some more lip products that I recommended in my past recommendations and my current one. For my lip liner, it's going to be the Sephora Gel Liner in Rosewood. I told you guys their gel lip liners are so good. It's super affordable. I feel like theirs would be the most high-end I would go within like Sephora, because the drugstore of course have really good lip liners, so I feel like theirs would be the most expensive I would go. They're super creamy, really pigmented, and they work well to line your lips or just use to like fill in your actual like lip as well. So, and all you do is just you twist it up to get the product to come out. That's all you have to do. Alright, and then for my lip color, I told you guys I love the Anastasia lip glosses and I like her liquid lipstick. So I do have two colors because I wasn't sure which color I wanted to use. I might use this one called Dazed. because this one called Bittersweet look a little bit too dark for my liking. So let's just use the one called Dazed, and it's a really pretty color. I did get this because I had a little like lip set, so it's definitely smaller, but you get a lot of product in here. And then of course the gloss bomb, because I did mention the gloss bomb to you guys in my recommendations. I do have Fussy and I do have Fenty Glow. Fenty Glow is the original one. Fussy came out afterwards, and I want to say she has some other colors. So I think I'm just going to take Fussy just to make it a little bit brighter. And I do wipe off the product before I dip back in. That way I don't mess up the actual original color of the product. And you guys, this right here is going to be the completed look. Hope you guys love the way the look came out. Again, I pretty much just pulled together some current recommendations and some old ones to complete this look right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know down below, what are you purchasing for the Sephora spring sale? I would love to know you guys like wish list. And I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.